Hey there, thanks for being here. You know, Cape Coral is one of the only places that I know of in the entire state of Florida where you can get a saltwater access or a Gulf access, in our case, canal home that's not in a flood zone. As you know, flood insurance here in Southwest Florida is pretty expensive these days in most cases. So it's pretty special to be able to have a canal right on the water like that, or a house right on the water like that, and not be in a flood zone. So in today's video, I'm going to take a look at 3 different properties that are in this situation. They're Gulf access properties, and yet they're built up high enough that they're outside of the flood zone. We're going to start off in the southeast. We're going to go over to the southwest for the second house, and then finish up with a nearly brand new construction home in the northwest section of Cape Coral. So let's dive right into this.
If you're new to the channel, my name is Dustin Guthrie, and I've been living in Cape Coral in Southwest Florida for nearly 20 years, working as a full-time real estate broker. I do a video like this every single week, so if you're interested in Southwest Florida, please hit that subscribe button. I really try to give you some great, useful information with these weekly videos, just because I know if I can create some value for you with them, you're going to remember me when the time does come when you do need a realtor here in Southwest Florida. And my contact information is down in the description of this video. You can call, text, or email me anytime. I would love to hear from you and hear about your real estate goals here in Southwest Florida. So with that out of the way, let's get to our first non-flood zone Gulf access home. This first property in the southeast is in a great location close to Del Prado Boulevard. It's a 3-bedroom, 2-bathroom concrete block home built in 1987, and it has just over 2,100 square feet of living area plus a 2-car garage and a pool. This home is currently listed at $715,000. Inside, this home has been well cared for, and actually I believe this home was previously in a vacation rental program. And they've listed the furnishings as negotiable with the sale of this property, so a buyer could come in here, snatch up those furnishings, and put it right back in the vacation rental program. You know, the layout of this home and the finishes in here are a bit dated, but I really do like the way they've placed these sliders here in the corner. It really makes for some great views out over the pool and the waterfront there in the back. Over here we've got the master suite with access out to the pool deck, and this master bathroom, again, it's pretty dated, but it's pretty cool too. It's got an atrium in there which allows for some great natural light to come into this bathroom, and you don't see that too often with the newer construction properties. There's a skylight in here too. This outdoor living space and pool deck were refinished just a couple years ago, and this is a really nice space overlooking the waterfront. It's got plenty of under truss areas in the shade and a pretty good sized pool out here in the sun. And then of course we've got the beautiful waterfront. We're only about 30 minutes out to open water. This place has a smaller boat lift and a dock as well. So this is a nice property here in the southeast section of Cape Coral. It's a little bit on the older side. It was built in 1987, but believe it or not, for this particular area, that's actually on the newer side of what you might see on a lot of the other properties around here. Again, the southeast section of Cape Coral was the first area to be developed starting in the late 50s. So a lot of these homes around here are 60s, 70s, and so 1987, which is when this one was built, is a little bit on the newer side. But it is a little bit dated inside. It's certainly move-in ready. There's nothing wrong with this property at all, but it's got some dated fixtures. The floor plan itself is a little bit outdated, but it's got some new aspects to it too. It has a brand new roof that was put on last year, and the pool deck and the pool liner were completely refinished last year. So, you know, aside from being a little bit dated, this is a really nice house, and the fact that it's not in a flood zone is a huge deal. If you had to go out and get flood insurance on this property, I'd fully expect it to be more than $4,000, maybe $5,000 a year. So the fact that you don't have to have that if you do have a mortgage here is a really big deal. You know, all in all, I'd say this is a really nice home. At $715,000, it's just under $340 per square foot of living area, which isn't bad for the southeast right now. But with the dated features, I'd want to work on that price just a little bit if I was representing a buyer here. But all in all, it's a great move-in ready Gulf access home, and very importantly, it's not in a flood zone. Okay, so from that house in the southeast, let's head over to the southwest section of Cape Coral for our next Gulf access home that's not in a flood zone. This home is in a beautiful neighborhood in the southwest. It's just north of Cape Coral Parkway, so we're still very close to everything in terms of restaurants and shopping. It's a 4-bedroom, 2-bathroom concrete block home built in 1994, and it has just over 1,800 square feet of living area inside, plus a 2-car garage and a pool, and it's listed currently at $760,000. So immediately you've noticed that this home has been completely remodeled and upgraded on the inside. That last house was nice, but this one just has some really impressive updates in this kitchen and elsewhere. You know, like that first one, this one has also been in a vacation rental program, and it's being sold at least partially furnished, so again, it could go right back to being a successful Airbnb or something. Once again, the master suite has access out to the outdoor living spaces and the pool. You know, if I had to nitpick at some of the updates in this house, it might be the carpet in the bedrooms. I personally like it for an owner-occupant home, but it's not always the best choice for Airbnb properties. The outdoor living spaces here are very well suited for a waterfront home. Again, there's plenty of shaded space here, but there's also plenty of sunshine on this screened-in pool deck. And of course, everything overlooks the waterfront. We're actually not too far from open water here, but you can see that beautiful boat dock and 10,000-pound boat lift were damaged from the hurricane a couple years ago. The sellers are offering $18,000 to fix that back up, and that should be more than adequate to do the job.
So obviously this is just a really well done property here in the Southwest. It's got a beautiful updated kitchen. It's really completely updated and remodeled in the inside. Outside it's got a great pool deck. That's a giant pool out there. And you know, it needs some repairs on the dock, but the sellers are offering some concessions to make up for that. They're offering about $18,000 to fix that dock up, which will look really nice. We're right down here next to a golf access lake. We're only 22 minutes out to open water here in the Southwest. And we're not in the flood zone here. Again, you know, we're a little bit more used to seeing the properties in the Southeast. There's a larger section over there that are not in the flood zone. Not as many over here in the Southwest. So it's nice to be in one of these newer neighborhoods in the Southwest, just down the street from Tarpon Point Marina and Cape Harbor, which are two beautiful marina waterfront communities down here with restaurants and things like that. The Westin is down here on the water, which is a really nice hotel here in the Southwest Cape. But all in all, just a really beautiful property, and you're right here on this beautiful Gulf Access Canal, and yet you still don't have to have flood insurance if you're getting a mortgage on this property, which is a really big deal right now.
All in all, this is a really solid home in a great neighborhood, and in addition to not being in the flood zone, some of these windows in this home are hurricane impact windows, so there are some discounts to be had on homeowners insurance as well. I'm really glad I stopped here. This is a nice place, plus I got to meet a new friend on the way out. These guys are so cool. I've never seen them anywhere else except Cape Coral, so they're pretty special for our city here. Okay, back to work. So from that nicely updated home in the Southwest, we're going to head up to the northwest section of Cape Coral to finish this trip up with an absolutely stunning newer Gulf Access home that's also out of the flood zone here. This is a beautiful 2021 built concrete block home with all hurricane impact windows and doors, plus a metal roof. This home has 3 bedrooms plus a den, 2 bathrooms, and has 2,129 square feet of living area inside, along with the 2-car garage, screened-in pool deck, and a top-notch boat dock and lift here in the northwest section of Cape Coral. At a list price of $800,000, it's a touch higher than those first 2 properties we saw, but my gosh, look at all the extra value that comes with it. This is a nice modern open floor plan with high ceilings throughout the whole house. The island kitchen is super sleek with a double waterfall quartz countertop, higher-end shaker cabinets, tile backsplash, and stainless steel appliances, and an underhung stainless steel sink. These double barn doors lead to the den, which the sellers have outfitted as a 4th bedroom. There's just a lot of upgraded touches in here that make a huge difference. There's built-in surround sound speakers in the great room, and all the interior doors are 8-footers. This wood grain ceramic tile floors are also throughout the entire home, so no carpet in here whatsoever. Both bathrooms have matching cabinets and counters with the kitchen, and the master bath here features a standalone tub with this beautiful walk-behind shower with floor-to-ceiling tile walls. Once again, the screened-in pavered pool deck has plenty of lounging area in the shaded under-truss portion, and the pool itself is overlooking the waterfront here in the sunshine. Of course, down here at the waterfront, there's this ultra-nice dock with a covered 10,000-pound remotely operated boat lift. And you know, this is on a pie-shaped corner lot, which means that while the lot itself is larger than a normal Cape Coral lot, there's not as much actual water frontage here, so the view is a bit obstructed. And if you were looking for something negative about this house, that's probably about the only thing you're going to find here.
So if you're subscribed to this channel and you've seen my other videos, you know that I'm just a huge fan of the northwest section of Cape Coral. There's just a lot going on up there, and the future looks really bright for this area. And boy, what a difference this house is compared to the last two we saw. This one's a little bit more expensive, but not by much. This one's listed at $800,000. And there's something to be said about brand new construction homes. I mean, technically this isn't a new construction property. This one was built in 2021, but it might as well be. And it's got some tremendous upgrades in here, in addition to the fact that it's out of the flood zone. You know, the other thing about this house, it's got a metal roof on it, and it has all impact windows and doors. So not only are you saving by not having to have flood insurance at this house, you're going to get a lot of discounts on your homeowner's insurance for having those things. And I would anticipate a house like this, homeowner's insurance for a primary resident, you're probably going to be under $2,000 a year, which is incredible right now. But those nice upgrades on these new homes like this, these impact windows and the nice roof, is definitely going to get you plenty of money off that homeowner's insurance, in addition to the savings that you're going to have for that flood insurance.
If you'd like any more information about this home or any of the others that we saw today, give me a call and I'll be happy to share some more info about them, as well as the individual addresses of these homes. Also, a big thanks to the listing brokers for letting me feature these homes in today's video.
So I hope you enjoyed this video. Hopefully you got something out of it. If you did, and you wouldn't mind, reach over and hit that like button, because it definitely helps me out. And again, if you're not subscribed to the channel, please go ahead and subscribe. I do a video like this every single week. Try to give you a lot of great information here. And if you are in the market for a property, a Gulf Access home, or a condo or a regular home, give me a shout. I'd love to hear from you, and I'd love to help you navigate these insurance issues. Again, contact information is right there on the screen. It's also down in the description of this video. But thanks again for being here, and I'll see you on the next video here in just a few days.